Now, getting your nervous system out of survival mode and into thriving, into abundance, means your nervous system has to feel safe in the unfamiliar. Remember, your nervous system has been programmed for self-preservation, self-aggrandizement, to inflate itself. It feels safe in routine. Now, when it comes to increasing your frequency, your vitality, and to shift it into authenticity, many times you will think you have to do marvelous things. No. The answer is simple. Your solutions are always very simple, because the path to your own divinity, the path to abundance, the path to your own inherent nature of overflow is always the easiest. It's always effortless. It cannot be. The intellect has been trained to think that you have to do something more, you have to try harder. This is because of conquest and comparison. Now, how do you cut energetic loops that keep you rotating, that keep you stagnant? Because the moment you fall into routines, it means you are in slumber. Ask any driver, if you continue to drive the same way home every day, it becomes automatic. You can even send chats on your phone while you are driving. But the moment you deviate, you now have to be alert, because you do not know where the portals are in the unfamiliar. Now, getting the nervous system to become acquainted with the unfamiliar is to have the effect of increasing your vibration to authenticity. Now, as a toddler from primary school, you learn that even at the end of the year, you get a report and you are second best or number 4 in class. And so there's always that comparison. And because of that comparison, you fall either into anxiety, where you are in life when you are an adult. It has all those effects on you. Even the calendar, it is deeply imprinted in you. So you continuously compare where you are at when you are this age and where everyone else is at, where you were at last year, what have you been doing. And this is the beginning of anxiety. Now, anxiety means your own intuition, your authenticity, the divine nature that you had when you had the spontaneity of a child when you were young. When the intellect and the intuition is at odds, it creates depression. You don't know what's wrong. You just, something feels off. You are demotivated. This is because the gap is very vast between the intellect and your own intuition. Now, the intellect is turned outwards. It collects information from outside of you. Your friends, your family, your colleagues, education system, all knowledge comes from outside. The intellect aligns itself with what it thinks it's the best, and you start creating a personality around it. And this personality measures itself, the being that is now in slumber, that deep inside you. It sort of muffles your vitality, because where you are at is mostly the opinions of other people. And this, now anxiety, you have to understand why cleaning the gut is so important and to reduce inflammation. When your cortisol levels are high, it means there's inflammation in the gut. When there's inflammation in the gut, the nervous system will not move into thriving. It will always do things to keep you safe, to keep you in the familiar, because it scans for threats the whole time. Will I have money next week, the week before pay? Will I have? This is what the nervous system does, because it is in survival mode. Now look at small things you can do. If you do something like you brush your teeth with your, if you are left-handed and you start using it just a bit with your right hand this day and the next day left and then right, where you don't know whether you are right-handed or left, the nervous system starts to feel comfortable with not knowing. If you have a routine of eating every day at 1 o'clock, which means the moment you eat 3 o'clock, your subconscious mind don't know what's going on. Is there new programming? And this is the energetic loops you need to cut. How you respond when people say certain things, whether on social media, at work. Now, it's not always easy to move into indifference immediately. But even in scripture, it is taught, slap, then give the other cheek. This is just to disrupt your entire energetic loop and to create an environment of unconditional love, because it is the highest frequency, to respond in a way that you yourself wasn't ready to experience. You surprise yourself. Now, if you do something, let's say ridiculous, like you stand on a chair and you look at the ceiling and the wall there, you don't do nothing. You stare for 2 minutes, or you sit somewhere just still and stare at the wall. What are you doing? Does it have a name? Your subconscious mind don't know what's going on. Now your intellect will say, what will your siblings say if they see you do this? Or your roommate? So the intellect keeps you away from doing weird things, because the nervous system feels safe in the familiar. Your nervous system knows the desert. Your nervous system knows when you have to fight for something, when you have to look for water in the desert, when you have to crawl. Now, you attract what you are. So to cultivate peace when there's storm outside is a massive step into familiarizing your nervous system with the peace that surpasses understanding. This is abundance. When everything is moving to and fro outside of you, the traffic jams, and it cannot disrupt your inner core. Your nervous system feels safe now in a space of time that it never did before. You disrupt cycles. When you find your oasis, remember, you will think of things like philanthropy. You will think of stewardship rather than ownership when you have too much. And you have to put the nervous system in this space internally, where cultivation is your default setting rather than self-preservation. Cultivation means when you want to manifest something, even if it's like a Maybach SUV, I always use the same. You sit in the knowing of the experience of the leisure, the possibilities, the choices of how you are going to spend money, not how you are going to receive it. To receive it, that's survival mode. But the moment you start visualizing the life you want to see manifest, you have to sit in the knowing of how you're going to spend it. How you're going to channel abundance. Are you going to give it with teachings? Are you going to do things that hurt other people? Are you whatever? But you have, that is what you're going to attract. Because you are, or you attract what you are. And this is how you raise your frequency. By doing little things that is weird, that you do, because your subconscious mind don't understand what you are doing. And in that moment, you say, I'm abundant, I'm full of vitality, I'm rich, I'm perfectly healthy. Every cell in my body is in perfect health. That time when you stand on the chair and look at the mirror, then the subconscious mind like, oh, so we're doing this now. That this is the path to authenticity, the small steps.